Ever wondered why the water from your well or borehole tastes a bit salty? It's a common problem, and today we're going to dive deep into why it happens and, more importantly, how to fix it. So, why does groundwater get salty? There are a few reasons. Sometimes it's just natural. As water seeps through the ground, it dissolves minerals and salts from rocks and soil. In coastal areas, overpumping can cause seawater to creep into the freshwater supply, a process called seawater intrusion. And in hot, dry climates, water on the surface evaporates, leaving a higher concentration of salts behind, which can then find its way into the groundwater. This saltiness is measured by something called total dissolved solids, or TDS. It's basically everything dissolved in the water, including salts, minerals, and metals. A high TDS level is what gives you that brackish, salty taste and can even make the water unsafe to drink. But don't worry, there's a powerful solution, reverse osmosis, or RO. This technology is a game changer for turning salty, undrinkable water into pure, refreshing water. Think of it like a superfine filter. An RO system uses high pressure to push water through a special membrane that has microscopic pores. These pores are so tiny they let water molecules pass through but block almost everything else talking 95 to 99% of all dissolved salts, plus other contaminants. Here at Aquatech Engineering Limited, we specialize in designing and building these systems. Let's walk you through the entire process, step by step, showing you exactly how we transform salty groundwater into crystal clear drinking water. It all starts with step 1, testing the water. Before we can design a treatment system, we need to know exactly what we're dealing with. It's like a doctor diagnosing a patient before prescribing medicine. We take a sample of your groundwater and run a comprehensive analysis. The most critical test is for TDS, which tells us how salty the water is. We also measure conductivity, which is closely related to TDS. We check for hardness, iron, manganese, and we test for bacteria and other microorganisms. This detailed water report is the blueprint for a perfect treatment solution. Once we have the results, we move to step 2, pretreatment. This is probably the most crucial stage for ensuring the long-term health and efficiency of the RO system. You can't just pump raw groundwater directly into an RO membrane. It would get clogged and damaged very quickly. So, we prepare the water first. If the water has a lot of sand or sediment, we start with a sand filter, like this one from Aquatech. It captures all those larger particles. Next up, if your water has high levels of iron or manganese, which can cause staining and a metallic taste, we use a specialized iron removal filter. This unit oxidizes the iron, making it solid so it can be easily filtered out. Then, the water might pass through an activated carbon filter. This is fantastic for removing chlorine, which can damage RO membranes, and it also gets rid of any weird tastes, odors, and organic compounds. Finally, one of the biggest enemies of an RO system is scale, which is just mineral buildup, like you see in a kettle. To prevent this, we inject a tiny, precise amount of a liquid called an antiscalant. This clever chemical keeps the minerals dissolved so they don't stick to the membrane surface. All these pretreatment steps are designed to protect the heart of the system. Now for the main event, step 3, the high-pressure RO process. After pretreatment, the water is ready. A powerful high-pressure pump, like this one, boosts the water pressure significantly. This pressure is what forces the water against the RO membranes, which are housed inside these pressure vessels. As the water is pushed through the membranes, it splits into 2 streams. The first stream is the pure, treated water, which we call permeate. This is the good stuff, with almost all the salts and impurities removed. The second stream is the concentrate or reject water. This is the water that didn't pass through the membrane, and it carries away all the salts and impurities that were filtered out. This continuous flushing action is what keeps the membranes clean. But we're not quite done yet. The water that comes out of a row membrane is extremely pure, but it's also slightly acidic and stripped of healthy minerals. That brings us to step 4, post-treatment. First, we often need to adjust the pH. We can do this by dosing a small amount of a pH-neutralizing solution to bring the water back to a more neutral, pleasant level. Next is a vital step, remineralization. We pass the pure water through a special filter that adds back small amounts of essential minerals like calcium and magnesium. This not only improves the taste, making it feel less flat, but it also makes the water healthier to drink. As a final safety measure, we use a UV sterilizer. This powerful ultraviolet lamp, housed in a stainless steel chamber, zaps any bacteria or viruses that might have somehow survived the process, ensuring the water is 100% microbiologically safe. From here, the finished perfect drinking water flows into a storage tank, ready for you to use. So what happens to all that salty water that was rejected by the system? That's step 5, reject water management. This concentrate stream needs to be handled responsibly. The best method depends on your location and local regulations. In some cases, it can be discharged to a drain if the salinity isn't too high. Other options include using it for things like flushing toilets or dust control. In more advanced setups, we can even design systems to further treat this reject water and recover even more fresh water, minimizing waste. So, let's recap. The advantages of a properly designed row system from Aquatech Engineering are clear. You get high-quality, safe drinking water right from your own source, you become independent from unreliable municipal supplies, and you say goodbye to buying bottled water. It's a reliable and effective long-term solution. Are there limitations? Well, row systems are an investment, and they require energy to run the high-pressure pump. They also need regular maintenance, like changing filters and monitoring performance, to keep them running efficiently for years. But when you consider the quality of water you get, it's an investment in your health and peace of mind. If you're struggling with salty or brackish groundwater, don't just live with it. A custom-designed reverse osmosis system from Aquatech Engineering Limited can provide a permanent solution. We handle everything from the initial water test to the final installation and ongoing support. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more water treatment tips and technology showcases. Have questions? Drop them in the comments below, and our experts will be happy to answer. See you next time.